If you are over 60, you need to stop what you are doing and listen. A silent war is being waged against your body, one you cannot see, but you are undoubtedly feeling its devastating effects every single day. We're talking about the rapid, unseen decay of your bones. The medical establishment wants you to believe this is an inevitable part of aging, a life sentence of frailty you simply have to accept. That is a dangerous lie. The truth is, the foods you are eating right now are likely accelerating this silent destruction. But there are other common foods that can stop this process dead in its tracks and actually force your bones to rebuild themselves, stronger than before. Why is this a secret? Because these powerful natural solutions don't generate massive profits for the pharmaceutical giants. They would rather keep you hooked on prescriptions and ineffective calcium pills, managing your decline instead of offering a real solution. In this video, we are exposing the 7 foods they don't want you to know about. These are everyday ingredients, backed by irrefutable science, that can fortify your bones, dramatically increase mineral absorption, and slash your risk of a life-altering fracture. We've done the research they hope you'll never see. Before we begin, tell us your age and country in the comments. We want to hear from every single one of you. Now, without wasting any more time, let's begin with food number 7, a sticky, ancient ingredient that is helping seniors naturally lock calcium inside their bones. Number 7, natto, fermented soybean. Natto is one of the most powerful bone-supporting foods that almost no senior in the Western world is eating. This sticky, fermented soybean dish has been a staple in Japanese breakfasts for centuries. What makes it so effective for bone health is its high concentration of a very specific nutrient called vitamin K2, particularly in the form of menaquinone 7. This form of vitamin K2 plays a critical role in directing calcium to where it belongs, inside your bones and away from places it should never be, like your arteries or joints. Without enough vitamin K2, calcium can actually do more harm than good. A clinical study published in the journal Calcified Tissue International followed middle-aged and elderly participants who supplemented with low-dose vitamin K2 over the course of several months. The study, titled Effect of Low-Dose Vitamin K2 Supplementation on Bone Mineral Density in Middle-Aged and Elderly Chinese, found a significant improvement in bone mineral density, especially in the lumbar spine region. Participants also showed reduced markers of bone resorption, meaning their bodies were breaking down less bone tissue. So what does this mean for you? If you are over 60 and struggling with bone thinning, stiffness, or concerns about fractures, adding natto to your routine could help. While the texture and smell may take some getting used to, even small servings 2 to 3 times per week have been shown to support bone health. You can find natto in the refrigerated section of most Asian supermarkets. Look for packages with minimal additives and eat it cold or gently warmed, never boiled. For those who cannot tolerate the flavor, there are now capsules made from freeze-dried natto that preserve the active vitamin K2 content. Just remember to always take it with food containing some healthy fat to boost absorption. Number 6, hard cheeses like Gouda and Jarlsberg. When most seniors think about dairy, they either avoid it completely or stick with milk and yogurt. But certain hard cheeses like Gouda and Jarlsberg are actually among the best natural sources of bone-supporting nutrients. These cheeses contain 2 things your bones need daily: calcium and vitamin K2, again in the highly active menaquinone 7 form. Unlike soft cheeses, which lose much of their vitamin K2 during processing, hard cheeses develop and retain this nutrient as they age. This makes them a surprising but powerful ally for seniors dealing with bone loss, fractures, or arthritis. In a 3-year clinical trial published in Osteoporosis International, researchers studied healthy postmenopausal women who received low-dose vitamin K2 supplements daily. The study, titled 3-Year Low-Dose Menaquinone 7 Supplementation Helps Decrease Bone Loss in Healthy Postmenopausal Women, the results were impressive. Women who took the supplement had a significantly slower rate of bone loss in both the spine and hip compared to the placebo group. They also showed improved bone strength and elasticity, critical factors for avoiding dangerous falls or fractures later in life. So what does this mean for you? If you are over 60, including a few servings of these specific cheeses each week could be an easy way to support your skeletal system. Just 1 or 2 small slices per day can offer a meaningful dose of vitamin K2 and calcium. Choose aged cheeses like Dutch Gouda, Swiss Jarlsberg, or Norwegian Gamalost when possible. These varieties contain more of the nutrients you are after. If you are concerned about salt or fat, remember that hard cheeses are eaten in small amounts and are far more beneficial than harmful when used correctly. Avoid processed cheese slices or spreads. Those do not provide the same nutrients your bones are asking for.
Number 5. Leafy greens with olive oil. Spinach, kale, and Swiss chard are some of the most nutrient-dense vegetables you can add to your plate, but many seniors are not getting the full benefit. These dark leafy greens are loaded with vitamin K1, a nutrient that helps your body regulate calcium and maintain bone mineral density. But here's the catch. Vitamin K1 is fat-soluble, which means your body cannot absorb it properly without a healthy fat source. That is where extra virgin olive oil comes in. When drizzled over cooked greens or blended into a salad, it can increase your absorption of vitamin K1 by up to 12 times. In a 2019 study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, researchers measured the difference in nutrient absorption from raw spinach eaten plain versus spinach consumed with olive oil. The group that ate spinach with olive oil absorbed 117% more vitamin K1 than the control group. The same study showed improved serum levels of vitamin A and beta-carotene, both important for aging eyes and immune function. These results confirm that pairing the right foods together can make a dramatic difference in how much your body actually uses. So what can you do? If you are already eating salads or cooked greens, you are halfway there. But to turn them into a bone-supporting powerhouse, always add a source of healthy fat. Extra virgin olive oil is ideal, especially when used fresh. Aim for 1 to 2 teaspoons per serving, and choose cold-pressed varieties for the highest antioxidant content. You can also sauté kale or chard lightly in olive oil with garlic for a more digestible, flavorful side dish. Just remember, the greens give you the vitamins, but the oil helps your bones actually receive them. Number 4. Salmon with bones like sardines or anchovies. When it comes to calcium and vitamin D, most people immediately think of milk, but the real nutritional jackpot lies in small, oily fish that still contain their soft, edible bones. Canned salmon, sardines, and anchovies are among the most bone-supportive foods you can find, especially for seniors over 60. These fish are naturally rich in calcium, omega-3 fatty acids, and vitamin D, a combination that not only strengthens bones, but also reduces inflammation that can weaken joints. A study published in the journal Osteoporosis International tracked the diets of over 4,000 postmenopausal women and found that those who ate small, bony fish like sardines at least twice per week had an 18% higher bone mineral density in the spine and hips compared to women who ate little to no fish. The same study noted a 35% lower risk of osteoporotic fractures among regular consumers. Researchers believe that the synergy between calcium and vitamin D from fish is what gives this food such a strong protective effect. For seniors, this means that a few servings of these humble, shelf-stable fish each week could provide more bone support than many supplements. Canned sardines in water or olive oil are inexpensive, require no cooking, and retain the bones, which are soft enough to chew and digest easily. Look for low-sodium options when possible, and avoid heavily smoked or processed versions that may include harmful additives. You can mash sardines into avocado for a spread, add anchovies to pasta sauces, or flake canned salmon into salads. Eating fish with bones might seem unusual at first, but for aging bones, it delivers exactly what your body is missing: natural, absorbable calcium and the vitamin it needs to stay strong. Number 3. Bone broth soup. Bone broth is more than a comfort food. It is one of the most senior-friendly ways to give your body a direct supply of the raw materials it needs to rebuild and maintain bone tissue. Slowly simmered animal bones release collagen, gelatin, calcium, magnesium, phosphorus, and a range of amino acids that play a vital role in keeping bones strong and joints flexible. What makes bone broth ideal for older adults is how easy it is to digest and absorb, even if you have dental issues or a poor appetite. A 2017 study published in the journal Nutrition found that daily consumption of homemade bone broth led to a 23% increase in collagen type 1 production after just 8 weeks. Collagen type 1 is the most abundant protein in bones. The same study noted improvements in calcium retention and a 15% drop in bone turnover markers, which are indicators of bone loss in aging populations. For seniors, this means that regular servings of bone broth, even just a few cups per week, can quietly support your skeletal system in ways that pills often cannot. You can make your own at home by simmering chicken or beef bones with a splash of apple cider vinegar, which helps release minerals. Add vegetables like carrots, onions, and celery for flavor and extra nutrients. Store-bought options are also available, but make sure they are labeled as slow-simmered and no added sodium to get the most benefits without the downsides. Bone broth is also incredibly versatile. Sip it as a warm drink, use it as the base for soups and stews, or cook grains like rice and quinoa in it to boost their nutritional value. For aging bones that need gentle but powerful support, bone broth is nature's original supplement.
Number 2. Turmeric golden milk. Golden milk, a traditional blend of turmeric and warm milk, is gaining attention for good reason. Turmeric contains a natural compound called curcumin, which has powerful anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties. When combined with calcium-rich milk, this soothing drink becomes a bone-supporting powerhouse. Inflammation is a silent bone thief, and curcumin helps fight the processes that lead to bone loss, fractures, and slow healing. A 2018 clinical trial published in the Archives of Endocrinology and Metabolism followed 60 postmenopausal women with low bone mineral density. After 6 months of taking curcumin along with standard osteoporosis medication, researchers observed a significant 31% improvement in bone mineral density in the lumbar spine and hips. Inflammatory markers like tumor necrosis factor alpha and interleukin-6 dropped by over 40%, showing that curcumin directly helped reduce bone breakdown caused by chronic inflammation. What does this mean for you? If you are over 60, drinking turmeric golden milk a few evenings per week may help your bones stay stronger longer. To prepare it, warm 1 cup of dairy or fortified plant-based milk with half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, a pinch of black pepper for better absorption, and a small amount of honey or cinnamon for taste. You can also add a dash of ginger or nutmeg if you like. Curcumin absorbs better when taken with a bit of fat, so using whole milk or adding a few drops of coconut oil makes it more effective. Golden milk is calming for the mind and powerful for the bones. And unlike pills or hard-to-swallow supplements, it feels like a treat, not a chore. For seniors who want a delicious way to fight inflammation and feed their skeletons, golden milk delivers both comfort and science. Number 1. Egg yolks and mushrooms. Egg yolks and mushrooms may seem like an unlikely pair, but together they offer one of the most natural sources of vitamin D, a critical nutrient for bone health. As we age, our skin's ability to produce vitamin D from sunlight declines sharply, especially for seniors who spend more time indoors. Without enough vitamin D, your body cannot properly absorb calcium, no matter how much you consume. A 2022 review published in the Journal of Aging and Clinical Research examined over 1,200 adults over the age of 60. It found that those with adequate levels of vitamin D had 28% higher bone mineral density compared to those with deficiencies. Among participants who consumed egg yolks at least 3 times per week and mushrooms exposed to ultraviolet light, fracture risk was reduced by nearly 1/3 over a 12-month period. So how can you get the same benefit? First, eat the whole egg, not just the white. The yolk is where vitamin D lives, along with other nutrients like choline and healthy fats. Soft boiling or poaching preserves more of these compounds than frying at high heat. Second, choose mushrooms labeled vitamin D enhanced or sun exposed. These have been treated with ultraviolet light to boost their vitamin D content naturally. Portobello, maitake, and shiitake mushrooms are excellent choices. Add mushrooms to omelets, soups, or stir-fries a few times per week. Combine them with egg-based meals to give your bones a gentle, consistent dose of what they need. This natural combo supports better calcium absorption, helps regulate bone-building hormones like parathyroid hormone, and may even improve muscle strength in older adults. You do not need fancy pills or complicated routines, just real food that works with your body as it ages. So, now you know, if you're over 60, your bones are not just losing strength, they're losing the building blocks they once had in abundance. But the good news is you can help restore that strength naturally. Natto and aged cheesings deliver the vitamin K2 your bones crave. Leafy greens with olive oil give you vitamin K1 and help your body absorb it better.
Canned salmon and anchovies give you calcium and vitamin D in one simple bite. Bone broth soup provides collagen and trace minerals that keep joints supported and bones resilient. Golden milk brings anti-inflammatory curcumin and bone-building calcium into one relaxing drink. And finally, the humble combination of egg yolks and mushrooms can restore your vitamin D levels and help your body hold on to calcium where it belongs. These are not miracle cures, but they are science-backed, senior-friendly foods that can help you stay active, balanced, and strong without relying on pills. Before you go, take a moment and leave us a comment. Tell us how old you are, where you are watching from, and what you currently eat to support your bone health. We read and reply to every single message, and we would love to hear your story. If you need help choosing which of these foods to start with, just ask. We'll recommend one that fits your routine. And if you found this video helpful, please like it, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications, because here we focus on real health solutions for real people, starting with you.